Yeah, with. Come on. We don't stop. We don't stop. We just trying to reach the top. 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 Reach the top.
Enjoy the self
Yeah.
time. So try to picture your music in that club scene. So you that way you can understand where you want to go to pitch your music in from. Now marketing, that's that's still a can of worms that I've figured out over the time, but it always changes because marketing, I always believe in that you can't market something that doesn't have a story. Like what is your intent? Like everyone you like with cars, like most stores they have like a motto or anything, like when something new is rolled out, like what is your intent that you want to do? And if you don't know
Yeah.
the intent of what you want to do, then how you going to market to someone that might come across it if they just see something that looks cool? Because if it looks cool and there's no like intent behind it or reason that make you want to get it, you kind of lost a potential fan. But marketing, I would say to people, just know what you want to do, know yourself and everything. Because once you know yourself, and it's kind of easy to do, and set out what is your plan that you want to achieve when it comes to like marketing and everything. Because if you just want to get people to notice your music, like that's
Yeah.
pretty to me that's stale. Like that doesn't get you nowhere. So like, it's just like I want people to notice my music. It's like just if you want to do that, just go to the grocery store and tell people, "Hey, I do music." They gonna look at you and say, "Okay," like you know. Real. So it's like that's what I always tell people. Like understand that. And when I tell that to people, yeah, you got to really understand what you're trying to do and like what's your purpose to do music. If you just want to turn up and get money, it's like, yo, you could do that without doing music, to be honest. But I just think that people get lost in marketing because they don't know what they're doing. They just have a dope song that I want everyone to like this dope song. It's like, well, what they gonna like about it outside the beat? Especially if you ain't giving bars, like what they gonna like about it? There's no video out behind it, so that's the way I look. I'm
Or
pretty simple about. I don't know. I look at stuff very simple and just like get to the point. Like if there's no point that's being conveyed, then you losing a lot of people that you could potentially have. So that's my look. That's the way I look at it, honestly. And just if you want to get into marketing for like anyone that's new, that's been doing music for under, I say 3 years or less, just know where your music can be at. And understand that everyone's not going to like your music, especially if you're in the States. Like it's a popularity game. So just go in, just have a story behind it because if you have a story behind it, that's going to make people gravitate to you. And just be genuine to your
yeah.
story. You do that,
Yeah.
marketing will take care of itself, especially if the music good.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
That's my theory, at least.
It sounds like something people can apply to,
Yeah,
their journey for sure.
yeah, they definitely can. It's like you just gotta just know how to go about it. And like I think with me, like every project that I've done, not even just this is way before the Spotify projects. Like I always told myself, like, what is the was well, I always tell myself, what can I do with these projects to really make it different from each other? Because every project that I do, I always tell myself, what is different from the last one? And if I could do that way, then I ultimately won. I don't want to follow up and do the same suit twice. Because if you do that, it's almost like trying to think of a good movie reference. Star Wars. It's like Star Wars and everything. It's like the original six movies, and then when Disney bought them out, it's like everyone knew they wasn't going to be as good. But
Yeah, it ain't gonna be the same no more.
yeah, like dope video production behind it, dope scenes and edits, but it's like you took it away from the original intent, where it's just you know they just went in. So
The rawness that everybody fell in love with.
right. So and then it's like you you took away the fun and then you just did what Disney does at certain times with certain movies. So you took away the juice away from what Star Wars was. So that's why I tell myself, don't follow the Star Wars Disney trap. No knock on Disney or anything, but it's just like most Star Wars fans don't like the Disney Star Wars movies. That's fair for them to say.
Yeah, yeah, they got the right. They got the right. Ray OTS says that's the only way you gonna have longevity.
Fact. Shout out to Ray OTS too. Hey yo, he'll be a great guest for y'all to get on here too, because he's a tried as well.
Hook it up. Ray OTS, follow us, man. Follow us.
Gotcha.
DM us.
Yeah, that's bro. Like he's like I said when I
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
most definitely Ray. That's on you, bro. So like I said, because he just dropped recently too on a few projects. So and I got production on bro. So that's been my bro for the long ride.
That's what's up. That's what he's in the Black Triads too, right?
Yeah, Ray
Got
PT.
you. Got you. Got you. All right.
He's with it.
He said whenever.
Yep, he's with it.
Whenever we yeah. All right. Make sure you DM us after this show. We're gonna definitely lock in.
Bet.
So Cruzer,
Yes, sir.
you are considered an entrepreneur, right?
For the
So you produce. You currently just resigned from the radio show.
mm-hmm.
You're involved with a label.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything missing? Anything I'm missing? He said, "I'll do it now."
You got
Salute to you, bro. Salute.
You got the main important parts. Yeah, you got everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you let the people know how an entrepreneur goes about making decisions, multitasking, and time management?
Oh man.
Yeah, I ain't mean that, yeah.
That's a great question. I mean, you have to understand. I look at it from short term, long term, and what else? Really, like, what is the focus? Like, what can you do to find potential passive income, good brand exposure, and what can you how to leverage your name and everything too? Because over the years, I've realized that my name has a lot of weight behind it. When I've been in meetings with people, and a lot of people know what I'm doing. So when it comes to like that, I just look at which one is long run, because I believe in long run is always the first priority. So short term, that's you gotta base it. Like I don't like doing stuff more off of money, off of income like that, because I don't go into doing stuff quote unquote money move first. Especially when when I'm going out my way, or if it's something a venture that I'm looking for. Because if it's a venture I'm looking for, I'm not thinking about what I can do for money. Like what can I do to at least just help? And so like multitasking for me, beats, sending out emails to Spotify curators on my most recent projects. Like I'm doing stuff to like help my brand out long run, to help get me the name and the exposure. Because when you're independent, there's a lot more stuff that you have to do as being independent that you have to do that a label would do for you. And that's why I always find it interesting. People don't sign the labels, but it's like, yo, if you're just only trying to just do, if you're an artist, if you're only just trying to go to the studio, you're not trying to do nothing else, you need a label. And there's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, most people don't have the grind or want to acknowledge, hey, let me go do this. Let me go do that. So I say multitasking is just really understand what you want to do on an overall aspect of it. The problem is, I think people get flustered when they're trying to do the entrepreneurship and not being a team member too, because that's always kind of like the hardest thing about working with people is I'm not an emotional person. So I have emotions, but I'm not emotional. So I just go in and just realize I could literally take away a conversation, take my emotions out entirely, and just have it be know how to negotiate. So when you're able to do that, you able to build more business relationships too. And that's kind of like one of my main focuses, just long runs and building up good relationships. Because if you have those two things, understand what you're doing it for the long run for, and you building up maintaining good relationships, money's
Yeah.
going to come in and money's going to find you. Because if you chase money, you're not going to make the money that you want to chase like that. You're going to run into some type of obstacle. So you better off just doing everything else and let the money come into you. Because if you chasing money, you're going to be stressed out. That's one thing I learned about growing up as a kid. Like, just being around people. Man, I got to make this money. And it's like, you should see the stress on people's face. So I'm like, I'm just going to chase everything else, you know? And it's much easier too when you build up your brand, like when you networking, multitasking with people, and just understanding what you're trying to do, and especially when you don't have an ego, because that's one thing that really kills a lot of people in today's, especially music game. Like people have an undeserving ego, where
Yeah.
yo, you did something once, you ain't putting nobody else on game, and you ain't helping nobody else. So it's like, pop the ego, bruh. So yeah, that's kind of I don't know if I answered the question or not, but it's like when it comes to multitasking, I just set up which is more prioritized, and just you gotta know how to communicate, because if you don't know how to communicate with people, that's where you really get lost at. And understand, like with me, like this kind, I've had to do this too with producers, like because I've had in the past 2 months, I've had 500 collabs sent to me. And
Yeah.
most people in the times, I tell people like, hey, yo, just don't. And you got to know how to politely say stuff. Like you don't have to necessarily politely decline, but just don't give people a time frame. Just say, hey, I'm busy. I'll get to it when I can. Appreciate your patience, and just always say thank you after everything too when people reach out again too. That's kind of what's been working for me. So yeah.
Got you. Good manners. Good manners. So on your show, it was your last appearance
Mm-hmm.
on the radio show, right? There there was a topic about Spotify.
Yes, sir.
I guess the playlist,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
and it sounded very important, like for artists and producers. So, like, do you have anything you can touch on that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely wanted to touch up on this. So this one is really important. I think I was talking to Ray about this on the phone the other day. So when it comes to Spotify,
Yeah.
I'm just speaking Spotify in particular because
Okay.
I don't really mess with YouTube like that per se, and like
Yeah.
iTunes is no knock, not knocking it. Just I don't really have available information to give. So when it comes to Spotify,
Got it.
they have this thing called pitching, and there's like everyone's familiar with Rap Caviar, right?
Yeah.
So Rap Caviar,
The
for
the
those who don't
playlist.
know, is Spotify, and Rap Caviar is basically the biggest hip hop rap playlist on probably across in hottest in the music game right now. So if you get on that per se as an artist, especially independent artist, you're good.
Yeah.
In theory, you're good. But the problem is, it's very hard to pitch to the Spotify playlist. And there's two big ones. There's the editorial playlist and the algorithm playlist. So an example is when you follow people on Spotify. This I'm breaking down the algorithm playlist first. Algorithm playlist
Okay.
when you follow people on Spotify, where it's Release Radar, Discover Weekly. Those are like good algorithm playlists because your people are actually in tune with who you are, and whatever song you pitch to Spotify when it's out, that goes into the algorithm playlist. And if it's good enough, it gets to the editorial playlist, a la Rap Caviar. I'm trying to think of the other big ones. But those are kind of like the two main ones. And with me, I've had like a surprisingly interesting share amount of my music get onto some of these bigger algorithm playlists. And it's kind of weird because I never really like thought about it in theory. I just did it. But
Yeah.
get into them algorithm playlists, to get on there consistently, you got to have like a good song, and you got to have people that's actually in tune listening to your music. How many people? I don't know. The more it is, the better. But the more people that are in tune to you, Spotify will like look at your music per se, and then they'll just amongst their team, they'll actually split up listeners to your music individually and put them on these playlists to a lot of people who come across your new music. And the cool thing is with Spotify is when you have a new release, I
Yeah.
think every day that Spotify has like a new date, and those are like algorithm playlist days. So I think Friday is like new music Fridays, so which is release radar. So what Spotify does, all people who drop, people who follow artists, your music go into that playlist. And if you're like in that top 5 of that person's playlist, that shows that they've been in rotation to you listening to their music, them listening to your music. So what that does in Spotify,
Mhm.
it notifies them that, hey, this artist been having good traction. Now you get onto the editorial playlist potentially. Now the editorial playlist, that's hard as hell. Like you get on that one, please. I need some advice. But
How do you pitch? How do you pitch to the playlist?
you gotta do it. It's not hard, but it's really weird because you don't get notified when your playlist gets pitched correctly when it's a success. So when you submit to Spotify, they ideally want at least 3 weeks out. But I always tell myself submit like at least 2-3 months ahead, so that way they have time to actually really in depth listen to it. You have to say where the song is located from. Give a good description too. Um, Genres I really help out tremendously, and especially if you're doing live musicians,
Yeah.
you have an option there where you could pick what instruments are all used in this production, like guitars, piano, accordions, anything. So when you just be
Okay.
as accurate as you can while describing it, and then
Yeah.
if your music has a location, like a culture dependent per se, that's always cool too. And you just pitch it that way, and then you kind of just give a good description of the song, and when it comes to the description of the song, I messed up in doing this with Cruzer 64. So give a good description of one song, and when it comes to whole projects, you can only submit one song. You can't submit the whole project for a pitch. You can only submit one song on the pitch. So what you're doing is, I'm not saying put all your eggs in one basket, but if you have a song that you feel really confident about, pitch that song, describe it the best of your ability. And if you go more in depth about describing it, Spotify will really like cater to like listening to it, because even though Spotify has a lot of people that's on board, there's millions on millions of like people getting sent in the pitch daily. So just try to stand out. It's almost like sending a resume, like a job application. So send it in, do your best, and just if you're confident in your music, your beat is good, audio is clean, and you got a dope story, and with what you're presenting to Spotify, you could get on the playlist too, especially with algorithm playlists. Having a good following, encourage people to follow you on Spotify, having good music, having people go about the music and everything, and submitting your playlist, creating your own playlist too. Because when people create their own playlists on Spotify, that helps out Spotify too. Because it's like, hey, this song is in consistent rotation off of these other playlists. Spotify in turn put all their analytic data off of your song or songs that's in rotation playlists. Floodgates get open. So yeah, that's kind of what I got for Spotify though. Basically, just submit good music, understand what you're trying to do, and just go in off of that. That's my rule. And then just overall with the pitching, it's very complicated because you don't know what you're pitching to, you know, because it's like you don't know what playlist you might get on, but if you just get on one playlist, like that's all you really need. Because with me, once I got on that one, I got into like 200 in like 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
it is out there. You usually gotta just do it, but the editorial playlist is the one you really want to get on for real, because if you're an independent artist, you get onto the editorial playlist,
Yeah.
like Rap Caviar per se. If you're an artist, Rap Caviar, being on Rap Caviar for 2 weeks is more work, is more respect than having a Billboard hit. Like Rap Caviar and TikTok. If you get on those two charts, you're good. So,
Okay.
so appreciate you, Ray, for tuning in. But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at with it though, because it's like I'm really trying to pitch my music to like the editorial playlist, but it's I think they made a more cater to like the bigger name artists and everything.
Of course.
Makes sense. Oh, this is another guest y'all need to get on here too. Mr.
Jones, did you know?
That's my dog right here. He's a producer and an artist himself too. He'll be.
What's up, Jones the General? Add us, you know, DM us, lock in, man. We could get you up here too, and you know, you could be a guest on Reach the Top podcast as well.
Right. That's my dog. I got a lot of collabs with bro too. So definitely, man. We got some music.
What did y'all work on? Anything released? Anything that's already out?
Nah, not yet.
It's not out yet. Okay.
Nothing's out yet, but we got a lot of work together, and he's doing us off one of our productions too. So I'm excited to hear that one. But yeah. But as far as the Spotify playlist pitching go, it's once you get on them playlists though, man, it is interesting how Spotify will really like almost become night and day. So I always tell artists just submit your stuff in early as you can and do it at least like Spotify recommends 3 weeks, but I say do at least 7. So that way they really had time to really in depth check you out. So
okay. Okay, yeah, that's good advice. That's some good advice. Salute to everybody who just came in. We in here with the super producer, Cruzer, giving y'all game.
That's right.
Hey, much appreciated, man. Thank y'all for having me back on here again, man.
No problem.
And we're going to bring you back again and again.
Oh, yeah, most
You heard it.
man, gotta make it.
You heard it. 3P.
Right.
That's right.
So since the last time we spoke, you said Cruzer 64 was at 40,000 at that time.
Yeah.
40,000 streams, right?
At that time, yeah.
How much progress has it made since then?
Whew.
Let the people know.
Oh man.
Let the people know. Cause we know. We've been keeping up with you.
Yeah.
We know.
Y'all keep up.
We know.
It's at 78K now.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy because, and this thing I'll be thinking about, like, man, I don't know, because I haven't done nothing like since October. Like the project is taking off by itself. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I haven't done anything. And someone was asking me, that's like, are you on TikTok with your stuff yet? I'm like, nah. But I've been thinking of
Not yet?
TikTok.
What happened?
No, like I don't know. TikTok, I'm not really the type of dude to dance like that. And when I look at my beats and everything, I make good music, but I don't per se, I don't, what do you call it? I don't think I make like them quick TikTok songs, you know? And that's
I'm pretty sure you got 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds or something, nigga, put something together. A little dance step. These kids nowadays, they clever. They'll make something up.
They will.
And that'll be better for you. You could create a challenge. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I just never really thought about TikTok for real because it's like, that's not really my type of MO. Like, I'd rather just do the syncs and everything, though. And I'd rather just be cool on that. And just, I don't know, TikTok, that's not really, if I was an artist, like, I would actually go, I don't really think that's my,
Okay.
That's not my zone per se, because I'm not a dancer, and I'm not the type of dude to make.
Nah, but you don't gotta dance. But you can have somebody else who is a dancer, or because the kids, and then they got all these type of dancers out here who be making up all these new dances, or just freestyling as they go.
Right.
Sometimes they could blow up your music too.
True. That's true. That's how
it go viral on TikTok off the dance, and they start streaming your song, or you get paid off of that, because when they use your music on TikTok, that's monetization.
Right. Yeah, I've been looking into it, but I just like I don't know. I just
Yeah,
it's
yeah, you gotta jump into, but just to keep it as a thought though that somebody else can do the dances who you never know, you just
I'll
never
be
know.
your dancer.
You got TikTok, but she don't use it.
That's
She don't know how
right.
to use it. she don't, she don't know how to use
I'll
her
come
TikTok.
dance for you.
She don't know how to use her TikTok.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. I'll tell y'all what. When I get set it on, I got cost 40. Oh no, I appreciate that cost 40. And appreciate you too, Jones and Bird. Everyone
Blue
tuned in.
Cole.
He said put your beats in music and video games. I've been in sync licensing, man. So I'm waiting on that video game placement though.
Let him know your project names that you got out right now, so he could go check it out too as well.
Gotcha. My most recent project is Lo-Fi Cruising 2. It's on all platforms. Cruzer 64 is out. I got Synergy. I got quite a few projects out on Spotify and all across the net. Just my Spotify channel and everything is Cruzer Urameshi, CRUZERURAMESHI. Just check me out. I got a lot of music, and I got my music in my Instagram profile as well too. So
Yeah, follow him on his Instagram. Is in the pinned comment, Cruzer 3X, and also follow us as well, Reach the Top Podcast.
Right. But yeah, definitely like that's really more my lane. I've just been on focusing on just like building up my Spotify and everything, and like have a following. And I just told myself once I get like, cause with Cruise 64. Because I'm at like 78K now, and it's just been skyrocketing. And I don't know. I just think that like when your music is good, you put a little bit of marketing into it. If it's really good, it's going to take off by itself.
Of course,
So
of course.
I don't know now, and it's crazy because like a lot of the songs has really just been going crazy off of Cruise 64. Like on the stream, just by themselves. So now everything's crazy.
So which song is number one on Cruzer 64 right now? The highest streaming track. Yeah, but we want to know which one is the one that's number one on the project right now.
That's the thing. It's all pretty close.
Because it's right now. You don't know right now because you have to go look, right?
I'd say, I checked it last night. Number one is Carmelo Anthony with Sean Nephew, and we got Space Ronin coming up.
And that's crazy because somebody shouted that out just earlier in the episode.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
So that's number one.
It's going crazy.
It is, and it's going crazy because like that by itself is at like 18K, and then my instrumentals, the 3 instrumentals I got on there, all of them are doing great too. And then
see, that's what's up.
Yeah, and
they interested.
Radio
they want
doing crazy too because he's at like 9K himself with the song. And so it's like majority of the project, like out of 17 songs, I got at least like 14 of them over at least like 2,500. So
that's dope.
Yeah, and it's like out of that, like I got 7 songs over like 70K. So I'm like, damn. So yeah, it's definitely going up. So that's what I'm like, man, this is definitely the move. So I'm just
salute, man, salute.
I'll tell myself,
it only could go up from here. It only could go up more.
Right. I just want to hit 100K on this before the end of the year. That's what I told myself. So we right there. All I need is just 1,000.
Right.
Just a few K.
Yeah, you're literally right there.
You'll do it.
That was like a 30. That was like almost another 40K jump, 30K jump right there. So
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
That was only a month ago.
Right.
About.
And that was about a month ago since we was on here.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Time is flying. So, being you have the label, right?
Mm-hmm.
When can we get to speak to the other artists and get their story out there as well? Being that you're bridging the gap, and we want to get their story out there too to help build the Black Triad brand.
I told everybody everyone's got is unique in the squad because Ray already said he's down. He's locked in.
He's locked in. He's locked in.
Lavish was tuned in earlier too.
Yeah, he was tuned in.
Lavish definitely
We
be a
gotta
good
get
one
him
to
up
get
here as
into.
well.
Benny's pretty. I got to talk to Benny because Benny's pretty open about it too. He's actually checked out all the YouTube as well, all the episodes, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. He actually talked to me about it before I left, and he was like, "Yo, man, I really like them interviews, bro. Like, he really liked that interview a lot." Um, I would love to see
That's
y'all
dope.
get Ace on
That's
here.
dope.
Like that'd be the one interview. Like, I mean, I'm gonna watch all the squad interviews, but I would
Yeah.
really love to see y'all get Ace on here because Ace, he's probably the most quietest one out of all of us. Like he's doing
Okay.
work too,
So all right.
but Ace is cool. And then Chuck would be cool, great to get on here too because Chuck he does videos. Chuck does videos and
Okay.
everything, so he'll be a very unique he'll be a great person to get on here as well too. And I told everybody, I'm like, yo, like they'll
Yeah.
interview us definitely. And Ray, one thing about Ray, when he say when he's with it, Ray's probably gonna be doing it, man, for real. So, oh swag, thank you, Keith. Thank you, man. I
Love
appreciate it.
from Greece.
But yeah, man, it's just yeah, everybody's down to do it. I'm pretty sure Lav and Ray will definitely do it. Ben, you'll definitely be on board with it as well.
Okay.
Ace will probably Ace. The only reason why I say I don't know about Ace though, because Ace, he's kind of like the most mysterious one out of all of us. Like he's the one that's like super low key.
So
Like
so with Ace, we'll probably just let it, let him ease and feel his, comfort into it. Like so, we'll do who want, we'll talk to who wants to be talked to as of now,
yeah,
and we'll let him, see for himself down the line
right. I'm pretty
how
sure he'll do
comfortable
it
he'll
though.
be.
Like Ace, he loves doing stuff and everything too. So like I'm pretty sure Ace would do it. He's just more like he's the one dude in the crew that just like he does his own thing and he just like so
Okay.
ducked off and everything. He's kind of I'm trying to think of like a good analogy to compare Ace to for everyone to get a good description. He's dang, who's some good mysterious? He's like shoot, he's like Shadow the Hedgehog. He's just so mysterious. He does his own thing, and he's like and it's so good at what he does too. And when Ace, he just started rapping this. He started putting out songs last year, like of him rapping and everything, because he made beats too. And
Okay.
his beats,
So he was making beats first?
yeah. Ace, what's crazy
Okay.
is with Ace when we was, because I'm a little bit older than Ace by like a few years. Ace bought FL Studio when we was in high school. Ace bought FL Studio at my house on a tablet, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I got the desktop right here." He was like, "You ain't always gonna be around, bro, so I just know how to make beats by myself." So I was like, "All right, bro, bet." And then he's been making beats off of that. He was making beats off the laptop, off of his tablet, the longest, and we've always dated communication because Ace went to school and everything. He graduated college too, off of music. So definitely, man, Ace always been the cool one. Like all my homies, everyone that
Okay.
tried is cool, but like Ace always had his own. Like he always just had his own style to him, man. So, and he is just like when I actually seen Bro for the first time in August for like 5 years, and we did
Oh
a lot of
wow.
we did a lot of beats together too, and I kind of did beats on his style too, cause me and the Ace styles were like totally two different. Cause
Okay.
Ace is really good at sampling. Like he is phenomenal with sampling beats, and I just be like, damn, bro. Like I know how to sample too, but
Yeah.
not like Ace.
That's his lane.
Yeah, and he does such a good ass job with it too. And I should be like, bruh, like I give him. I told him I was like, yo, like I know how to sample, but I ain't gonna front, man. You got me in the sample game, bro. For real, for real.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope to talk about.
Oh, one dude too. He ain't BT, but he just joined in too. Troy Massive. Interview him. He's a dope artist too. We've known
Troy
bro.
Massive,
Like he's cool.
what's up?
He's one of the few dudes in BT who like we've known from the jump too. Even though he's not
Okay.
tried, we always show love to bro. So he's a great.
Yeah, Troy Massive. Make sure to follow us, and if you want to come up on the show, give us a DM. We'll lock in too.
Yeah.
Word.
What's crazy thing is about Troy Massive is we had a class together in high school.
So he's from Georgia.
Yeah, he's from Bama, but like we grew up in high school together and
Oh,
shit.
okay.
And we had a class together, and that shit was funny. And I'm like, damn. And we've been in communication throughout the years too. So, bro, cool. And he about to drop something pretty soon, I believe. So, definitely,
That's
no
what's up.
problem.
Yeah, lock in.
Mhm.
All right, so did you ever got a chance to go through our Q&A segment before?
Not quite. I kind of just been on the go, man, as much as I wanted to, but I haven't been on the Q&A segment yet.
Okay. So in this episode right now, we have the Q&A segment for Cruzer. Everybody viewing, if y'all have any questions for Cruzer right now, please ask him. Anything you want, you can ask him right now. He'll answer to his best ability.
Right on, man. I'm curious to see how they do these Q&As, but definitely.
Yeah, send in your question, guys. Send in your question. Anybody has a question?
Right on, man. Type them questions, man. I'm open to answer anything, man. So don't be shy to ask me whatever you want to ask me, man. And one thing about me, if you didn't know, I ain't gonna tell you nothing but the truth.
Oh yeah, and for the people again, tell them the name of your most recent project and how can they find it
My most recent
for the people who haven't viewed in.
Gotcha. My most recent project is Lo-Fi Cruising 2, and it's on Spotify on all platforms. Cruise 64 just dropped back in September, and I'm on Spotify. Cruzer Urameshi, Cruzeurameshi, and I'm on all platforms too. So definitely check me out. You know what I mean? Dig into the tune. Come check out the tunes. I got a lot of music coming out in 2021. Like I'm damn near about to drop every month. So
You got yeah. They don't know you have a big stash of beats too. They don't know.
Yes,
They
yeah,
you
don't
do.
know.
I'm on there. I'm on that case all the time.
Yeah, what 20?
All his music he be posting.
I
Oh yeah.
appreciate it. And yeah, like I'm gonna start posting my beats that I be doing for what's the name? Is this what you see? Ooh, I love this question. Shout out to Coco. Is this what you see yourself doing in 10, 20 years? 10 years definitely. 20 years? Ooh. 20 years. I would still would love to be just producing music, but I wouldn't want to be producing music for like artists really. I would want to be doing more in 20 years speaking. I want to be doing more um, indie games. Like I want to have like actual a video game independent company, and I want to be able to like
Okay.
do music scores off of my own video games in like 20 years. 10 years? Oh hell yeah! I'm doing this. Like I'm all in. I'm trying to have at least uh, four number one hits in four genres. That's what I want to be able to do. So definitely in
And
10
how
years.
about plaques?
So
And how about the plaques?
ah shit.
Platinum, gold,
Diamond.
diamond. Oh, yeah,
I'm in for
yeah.
diamond.
Can't forget the diamond.
I'm trying
Can't
to.
forget the diamond. That's what you aiming for. You want the diamond. That'll be beautiful, man. I ain't gonna
Uh-huh.
lie. That's something to really hang up in the living room, maybe the bedroom. I don't know. You
Right.
want to keep that close.
Right. I definitely want to get
A
like at
diamond
least
record.
two diamond records. If I get two diamond records, and that's the thing, I tell myself I don't want to necessarily
That's
do it
getting
in hip
complicated.
hop. I want to do it in like synthwave, honestly, because
You'll do it.
that
That's
music
a
over
big
You
there,
got
goal.
faith in you.
they go crazy with that one. No,
You got it. You got to set your goals high.
right,
Mm-hmm.
got to. Ooh, I like this question. How do you keep yourself? How do you keep from getting discouraged? You know, it's crazy. I never thought about that one. I love this question. I love these questions.
Yeah.
um, I just tell myself, I wake up and I tell myself three things like where I was at yesterday and where can I do to get myself better from that previous day and do more. And I don't get discouraged because I'm so motivated, especially over the last 2 years. I've been more motivated because I'm not, even though I love doing music, I don't want to I'm at that point now where I've inspired other people who believe in me. So I know if I was to quit cold turkey with music, I'd be letting a whole lot of people down. So that's why I
Yeah.
tell myself
Yeah.
I'm not going to get discouraged because I've inspired multiple people that want to do music and multiple people who I've never even met in physical form. So I can say I've inspired a lot of people, and I don't get discouraged because, and I don't, and most people when they get discouraged, like they get comments that they don't like. I just tell myself, if someone say they don't like my music, not hating, but just saying like, hey, I don't like this part of it, it just shows me that
Yeah,
they listen to it. So,
yeah,
so it's something you love in it for a while. Oh yeah, most definitely Coco Bird.
yeah. Longevity, long term.
Swag, thank you, Bird. That's my dog, man. Bird. Oh, he's one too. And cool thing about Bird, Bird ain't been making beats that long. He's been making beats for like a few months, and he's out in
Oh
Canada.
wow.
Yeah, and when I heard his bro's beats, when I asked him like how long he been doing beats for, he like 3 or 4 months. He told me months, not years. I thought he'd been doing it for like 3 or 4 years. He's been doing it for 3 or 4 months, and his melodies are magnificent. So, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna announce this too, Bird, early. We got the cover art is not done yet, but we got an instrumental tape coming out together called "The Bird and the Dragon."
Exclusive drop. Oh, he gave us the exclusive just now. Exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive
Wow.
drop.
Hey,
So
say that one more time for the people. One more time for the people.
yeah, me and Bird, the Bird 20, and myself are dropping a beat instrumental in 2021 called "The Bird and the Dragon." All collabs too.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be dope.
And kids, make sure you have this type of work ethic if you trying to get to where you want to be.
Ooh, I like this
That's
question.
it right there.
Ooh, Illis, I like this question. Do you take their dislikes into considerations, or is it fuck it if you don't like it? I mean, I don't take dislikes into consideration. I look at dislikes as someone who listens to my music, and it's still fuck it. But I tell myself, if I, like for real, if I put it out and if I export it, that means I'm confident about it. So
That's right.
that's the way I look at it. Especially if I make it public. It's like if we're on Instagram post and making the song public as a whole. It's like, yo, you gotta accept what comes with it. So good, bad, and
Yeah,
mixed.
yeah,
If I like it, that's good enough for me. Someone else will too. And I know my
That's
music
definitely,
right.
in depth enough to where I'm good. So yeah. Oh,
definitely. He said he locked in.
oh yeah.
Bird, make sure you follow us. We might have to get you up here too, man. We didn't know you was working with Cruzer.
Yeah. Bird cool. Like I love talk like Bird is a good dude, man. He's out in Canada, so he's definitely with it. I love that question though, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that was a dope question.
Right.
That was a dope question.
Shoot, man. I'm ready to see if anyone got any more questions for me, man. I'm ready.
Anybody got any more questions before we move on to the next segment? Any more questions? Yeah, those were some good questions though.
Right on. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom right quick, guys. Give me like 2 seconds, all right?
All right, we taking a quick break. Can y'all start? Can y'all start putting down some questions in the meantime, and then we'll make sure to ask him when he get back before we get into our next segment, and we gonna wrap up the show. And we want to say thank y'all all for tuning into the show. Please follow. We're gonna have more guests, and Cruz is definitely gonna always, when he's free, he's gonna make his way back up on the show more than often, for sure. We told him in the first episode he's gonna be a regular. So Mima Sanders, what's your take on the snow outside? We in New York, by the way.
Snow.
We got a snowstorm
We have
right
a
now, so
snowstorm, and I can't.
All right, cool. I'm
Oh, he's back.
back.
All right.
they didn't leave us any questions, so we're gonna go straight into the next segment.
All right, cool.
If they have any other questions, we'll read it after.
All right, bet.
So this segment, I don't think you got a chance to actually participate in this segment. So it was one or the other. You heard of it though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you heard of us do it. So one or the other, and then you choose an answer and then explain why you chose the
Perfect.
answer. So Spotify or Apple Music, which is gonna be easy. We already broke this down.
Spotify.
I already know.
I'm
And why for
I'm
the
already
people.
paying the premium premium account. can find more music a lot easier than you can. Apple is you gotta like it only caters to if you have an Apple phone, iPhone, whatever. Spotify is everybody, so Spotify all day.
Spotify. Gotcha. So producer or label exec?
Oh man, producer.
That might be that 20-year longevity. Who knows? You could be, doing both.
True. I'm probably say producer because label executive, you're doing a lot more for a lot more
Yeah.
people. That is, you got to do more than just music. You have to actually look at analytic data, and you really got to do more so that you don't want to do. And it's tougher because you don't know how the climate's going to change with um, how music's going to not dictate. Because someone from another independent or even a kid could just come out the blue and just skyrocket and change the whole face of music. Whether you're a producer, you could dictate your own lane and carve out your own style. So
That's true.
going with that one.
That's true. That's true. All right. And the last one, social media or email as far as marketing?
Whew. Man, you gave me these questions today.
I know, because I remember you saying people sleep on email. So, I had to get you with this one.
I'm gonna go emails because
Oh, yeah.
emails. If you get mail track, people look at their emails all the time. The emails are the most ignored things, but it's at the same time everyone who has a social media has an email. So why not attack the email and build up the email list? Attack it that way. You go about that round, you good because emails really connect to people and exchange so much from an email. Um, Social media, most people don't even run their own social media. Emails, some people might not run their emails too, but at least emails, you have a right there confirmation of whoever you're reaching out to. So I'm emails. Social media, you never know because like Twitter, you might get lucky on, but Instagram and like Facebook, nah. So I'm gonna have to go emails overall.
Okay. Okay. That was a good twist. That was a good twist.
Got you, man.
I had to bring it up because you said it was slept on. So we do have a last question for you is, are you open to working with everyone?
Uh, yeah, I am. I'm open to working with anyone, like everyone. Like I'm not one of them producers that get mad about working with people. Like I'm open. Like I'm always open about wanting to work with anybody, especially people who are new coming up. Because ironically, a lot of people when you making beats, I remember I was like this too. I mean, I caught it up now, but my melodies when I first started making beats were so great, and I wish I could find them old stems from my older beats. But I'm open to work with anybody because I'm not one of the dudes like I'm all about networking, and everybody knows someone, and everyone knows someone that believes in them. So that's why I say I'm always open to work with anybody. It's just people just can't be lazy. And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Like I'm open to work with people, but you just can't be lazy.
Yeah.
And if you're lazy, I'm not gonna give it the shot because I'm at that point where I could really tell someone's lazy or not based off of like reading their messages. Like I ain't gotta look at your social media. Like, I can read your messages and tell if you're lazy or not. So
Yeah, off the approach. Yeah.
off the approach and off the conversation, so I can tell if someone's really lazy or not. And then it's like you could just I don't know, just doing music as long as I've been doing it, you get a good feeling like when someone's legit and when someone's kind of like pulling.
Yeah, who's who?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So how can an artist or another producer, get in contact with you for them to work with you?
it's pretty straightforward, man. All my social media is Cruzer3X, CRUZER, number three letter X. And emails, cruzclay19 @gmail. I'm always open, man. Just shoot me an inbox. Just let me know what you're trying to do, And I'm always open for it, man. So much appreciate to you guys again, man. Appreciate all the love y'all showing to me too, man. For real.
Thank you.
No problem, bro. Keep working. We love to see your progress and you achieving a lot, bro. And we see it before our eyes. So we're grateful to be a part of this journey.
Appreciate it.
Definitely.
I'm glad to see y'all like leveling up and progressing too, man. I'm always catching into the episodes, man. I might not catch the lives, but like always be making time and everything too. Like sit down and watch as much as I
Cool,
can.
bro.
So
Respect.
I'm definitely a big supporter of y'all, man. For real.
Respect, bro. Respect.
Thank you.
Respect.
Huh?
Definitely. So we're gonna definitely have you on again.
Oh yeah.
You said 3 keywords. We're gonna have you on more than that, for sure. So we wanna, thank you again for giving us, great, tips and knowledge of, the music industries and branding and marketing for the youth today. And, we really appreciate your opinion or, personal things you've been through that, can help another, mold their ways of coming up. So we want to salute you again, bro. It's been a pleasure. We did we did it again. This is gonna go down in history. Later down the line, we're gonna look back at this. And who knows? We're gonna blow up. We all gonna blow up, right?
That's right. We're gonna reach the top.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Reach the top, man. For real.
Exactly. And we also, blessings on your new moving and we're ready for what you got in store for us, man.
Thank you.
And the people are too.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate everyone that tuned in, man. Like much love to everybody, for real.
Yeah, much love.
Definitely. It was a great show. The questions was definitely good in the Q&A. Those were definitely good questions.
Right, most definitely, man. I'm excited for the next episode.
Definitely. So we're going live next week, and hopefully, a Black Triad is a member. A Black Triad member is next up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm
good.
gonna peel everybody into the I got a group chat with everybody, man. So I'm gonna definitely drill it into them. Be like, hey, one of y'all asses get on here.
Definitely, yeah. Got to keep it going. Got to keep it going, bro.
That's right.
Definitely. And we want to salute you one more time. And we see great things. I already told you, this was made for you. This is your calling. So that's why you can say you inspire people who you never seen in the physical and things of that nature. So I want people to understand that. I don't want that to go over their heads watching this show. And that's like really the importance of why we touch on this, because you are meant for it. It's your calling. So we want people to understand who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Much love, man. I appreciate that a lot from both of y'all, man, for real.
Thank you.
No doubt, bro. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Reach the Top. Make sure you follow Cruzer 3X on Instagram. Make sure you follow him as soon as we end the show, and keep up with his movement.
Much love, man. Appreciate
Doing
it,
big things.
Much appreciated, man.
One love, bro.
I got you.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate the support from both of y'all, man. For real. I really do. It means a lot to me, man. For real.
No doubt, bro. It means a lot to us too, bro. We really appreciate you as well, bro. Genuinely.
No problem, man. We definitely excited for y'all interviewing the members of the squad, man. So I'm definitely.
Yes, sir. In the Q&As, we want you to, throw out a lot of them questions too.
Oh, trust me, I got questions lined up for all of them individually.
All right, bro. Good speaking to you. Have a good night. We're going to have to deal with this snow.
And stay safe.
Appreciate it,
man.
And I'm not going out there in the snow. I hate the snow.
Yeah, she hates the snow. She said it 3 times this episode.
Right.
Yes.
No problem, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe and y'all be easy too, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
you. We'll speak with you real soon. You know how we are.
Yes, sir,
we'll speak with you real soon, bro.
Right on. Y'all take care.
All right.
Take care, bro. Good night.
Likewise.